come on in, yeah, come on in, yeah. You're welcome to the Reactivate Great Minds community. Today, as you have seen from the caption, KIRK versus his son saga, their business are online. Well, before we go into that, because we know you love gist and we're here to gist together, we want to welcome those who are just coming into this channel for the very first time. We are glad you came and encourage you to be a part of this very community. And for our returning viewers and those who are already part of our community, you are also welcome. Hope this community is very useful, to you in all areas of life. Yeah. So hit that subscribe button. In case you're not subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification so you get to know when we post new videos. As per KIRK Franklin and his son, for those of you that don't know the gist, let me just give you small gist. And of course is Check Your Mirror R. In our Check Your Mirror R here at the Reactivate, we pick a trending news and I approach it from the angle of what we can learn from it and how we can do better. And so we're not just here to give you gist, we're here to also point out things that we can learn and ways that we can become better as individuals. So let's not forget that we are dealing with father and son in this particular thing. We're not talking about friends and friends. We're not talking about colleagues. We're not talking about boss and employer or employee. We're talking about a father and a son. That is one thing I love about the African culture. If you're African, you already understand that you're not. How will I explain this so that people that are not Africans that are listening to this, or people that didn't grow up in Africa and are listening to this, would understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not only one person that trains a child in this part of the world. It means that you can do things and receive beating from your neighbor, beating of correction. You can receive lashes from friends of your parents. That is how much we value parents-children relationship here in this part of the world. A lot of people were saying, oh, KIRK, how can he be cursing? How can he be speaking that way? How can he be doing this? Let's not forget that the conversation we had that his son posted was not a full conversation. To even start with, it's not a full conversation. Take for example, let me drive this home. You want to report somebody to another person. You realize that you'll be concentrating more on what the other person has done that is wrong, because your intention is to make the person you are reporting to take your side. And so you're putting out your best foot and putting out the worst foot of the other person. Generally, that's how things go. It takes a conscious mind, it takes a broken person to say, oh, this is what I did, but this is what this person did, and it to be so. Most often than not, when we are reporting people, we pick the parts that will make them look terrible and bad. Now look at it from that angle. Now KIRK's son posted the audio of their telephone conversation, and if you check that audio, it's not a complete audio. So what happened before that particular part where KIRK was already angry? And for the majority who are aware of the relationship between KIRK and his son, they have been testifying that KIRK has been a fantastic father. Even if you have some people saying, oh, he's a gospel artist, how can he do that? How can he say that? You have not come to Africa, come to Nigeria. Your father can finish preaching from the altar like this, and as they are coming down, they see you doing what is wrong, they will give you one abara slap. And even the church members will contribute to that beating to you. That is one part I like about this Africa. We are really practicing what the Bible says: spare the rod and spoil the child. This Western world, they have to go back to the scriptures and ensure that they don't allow it to be of negative effects on them. So back to what we're like. KIRK is a gospel artist. He shouldn't have said that. Let me tell you, let him without a sin be the first to cast a stone. And Franklin really tried. He gave an apology, via the same social media, and to me that is a humbling one. That is, he went an extra mile, because I don't feel you owe anybody any explanation for trying to ensure that his grown-up adult son do better as a person. Now, the mother of that boy granted an interview. In case you have not seen it, maybe I will leave the link below this video so that you go and listen to what the mother of the boy said. She took sides with Franklin, because she stated categorically that Frank has been a very good father. KIRK has been a very good father, and even though the relationship with the boy they've been trying their best for that boy since he was young. It shows you that probably they've gone for therapies, they've seek counsel, they've done so many things. But as individuals, see, we have so many lessons to learn from this. We have a part to play in our lives, no matter how young or old we are. We have a part to play. People can always try to give us the best or the worst according to our own definition of what best and worst is, but then you have a responsibility for yourself to ensure that you don't just throw away good values. So no matter the age, because that boy I learned is 33, no matter the age you are, even if you're already having your own children, I feel we should not be disrespectful to parents. You can't expect your parents to be relating with you as, of course, yes, they should be your friend, they should be your confidant, but that respect as someone through which you came to this very world should be there. That respect should be there. So I'm looking at it because this one is online and we all have access to this material and access to this news. I want you to look within and check your relationship with your parents. It could be your caregivers, maybe your parents, if your parents are late. It could be for those who still have their parents. It's time to ensure that you amend broken bridges. It is never okay to be very disrespectful. It's never okay to be minutely disrespectful to parents. It is never okay to be. Yes, there will be disagreements. Yes, there will be terms that you wouldn't agree with, especially if you're a young adult, like you have grown, you're independent, you now live in your own house, you're probably married, have your own children. It will be very, very how will I put this now, because you have your own life, you will feel to a certain extent you should be in control and you know better, but then that temptation should not be really your own angle. So in case you are also having like an altered relationship with your parents, it's time to amend it, to apologize to them, that your parents say I'm sorry, say I've done what is wrong. Some people are still adults and they are still behaving like children, which is not right. It's not right at all. Now back to KIRK. So the wife, sorry, not the wife now because they didn't marry, the mother of the son, had come out to say, I'll leave the link down the description box so you can go and listen for yourself. She has come out to say KIRK has been a wonderful father and she would not support the son in what he's doing. It's not a right thing to do. And if you also watch that KIRK's video, you will know that the events really take a toll on him. Like he really wasn't happy about that very event. And KIRK's daughter Kennedy also came out to speak on the event. She says she will go far for her dad, and she also slammed her estranged brother for trying to ruin their father's legacy. We all know Kirk Franklin is a great top gospel musicians, and I don't understand why the son would do that at all. How would you and your father have a conversation, and the next thing you're posting on social media and telling the world that you don't mean evil? That's not true. Obviously, that's not true. Apart from the fact that it's not right, he can't be trusted. Let me say that. I know so many people do it too. They record conversations. You and people will be talking. You go and be recording conversations because you want to prove nonsense loyalty to one person. Most people who record, and I'm not saying all, most people who record conversations are doing it for evil. Like you mean evil. You want to present somebody bad. You want to prove a bad point. You want to bring down somebody in the presence of somebody that you know have the capacity to punish them. So let's also take this as serious as taking that. Why should you record people's conversations without their knowledge? You can record conversations if you want to learn from them, you want to play back to remember everything they've said in case you don't always remember things. That is fine. But recording conversation for the sake of playing it to another person is wrong. Without the consent, without the knowledge of the person who you recorded, it is wrong. In case you're doing it, stop it now. Take this as a warning that you're receiving, so that the next time you record and such thing comes out, you not receive a beating. Don't say I did not tell you. Don't say I did not tell you. But then let's go further. So I really love the fact that Kirk apologized, even if personally if I'm the one, I don't know, I can say if I can apologize. It's his family matter. He owes no one any explanation. So what do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Do you have a child that has misbehaved to you before? How did you handle it? As African, how did your parents treat you? Did you see their treatments as paying off at the later end, or you saw it as a maltreatment? Let me know in the comment section. There are some children they need to bring to Africa so that they will learn some lessons. So I'm telling you. At the end of this video, I'll be posting a comment that the daughter posted so that you can read it. I'll also be putting the link of the mother's response so that you can also listen to her, and then I'll still sing Frank's song, Kirk Franklin. I love him because he's also part of people who revolutionized gospel music. He's a legend and nobody can spoil his reputation. So reactivate great minds. I know we can do better. We'll do better. We'll teach our children better. We will not spare the rod and spoil the child. And as parents as well, we will not provoke our children to anger. But most importantly, we do not do anything, whether to our parents, whether to our children, whether to our colleagues, whether to our friends, that would spoil them or try to bring them down, that we do not participate in such. So let me know in the comment section what you think about this whole thing. Love you. Thanks for always joining us. To have a fantastic day ahead. Ciao.